Good afternoon, folks. Hi, I'm Phil McPhail with United Country Lifestyle Properties in Maine, and today I am deep in the woods in the town of Springfield. If you've been searching for a remote getaway that'll shelter you from all the hustle and bustle in the world, if off-grid is not a dirty word to you, then you want to stick around and take a look at this property. If you're looking for a lot of public services and a bunch of neighbors and homeowners associations, keep on looking. This isn't the right property for you. Hey, before we jump off this road and take a look at this beautiful 51 acres of land, don't forget, if you've been watching this channel for a while and you keep wondering why you don't see these properties before they're sold, you probably aren't subscribed. So hit that subscription button down there at the bottom of your screen, turn on all notifications. And if you like the video, give it a good like. Let me tell you about the location we're at here today. We're located on the Treadwell Hill Rd in the town of Springfield. Treadwell Hill Rd is a private gravel road. There's no associations out here. Their roads are maintained by, off and on by landowners. If you're looking for a nice road, ride your Cadillac in here. Not the one. Keep looking. But this is a beautiful little town here in eastern Penobscot County. Town of Springfield's got a population of about 409 people. Got some pretty cool things in this town. There's the Springfield Fairgrounds, been here for probably 100 years now. We got a Smith's General Store. We got a Tri-County ATV and Snowmobile Club. For such a small town, they got a lot of things going on. The town of Springfield is located about 22 miles from this property, actually, to the town of Lincoln. That would be the nearest service town. Lincoln's got a hospital, grocery stores, shopping centers, building supplies, lots of lakes in this area, so that's pretty close by. The city of Bangor, which would be your nearest city, is about 71 miles from this location, and that's located probably an hour and 20 minutes drive from here. The Washington County city of Calais is about 61 miles southeast of us here, and that's on the border with New Brunswick, Canada. And speaking of Canada, you can be in Fredericton, New Brunswick, Canada, the capital of New Brunswick, in about, that's a 99-mile drive from this location. So we're gonna head down Treadwell Hill Rd here a short distance, jump into the woods, take a look at the property. While we do, let's talk about the land a little more in this road system. Again, this is a private road. There's no association fees associated with it. The property is kind of semi-divided by this road, and there's 2,000 feet of frontage on each side of this road. The boundary to my left is actually an old road, and we'll probably show you a little bit of that later. That's more of a ATV type trail, but it's nothing you're gonna drive my pickup on, but you can walk it. It's a nice hiking trail. And this looks like a good spot. We're gonna hop through in the woods here and show you what this forest looks like. This property was timber harvested, if I remember right, and I've been doing this for a very long time. I think it was in the early 1990s, late 1980s. Believe it or not, I've been selling real estate since 1985, 86, and a lot of things have changed since then. But this timber lot is primarily hardwood. There are pockets of softwood timber on it, but overall, what you're seeing here is 30 to 40-year-old yellow birch. We got some maples in here. We got beech. The American beech, you can see, is typical. It's got the beech bark disease. We got some birches in here, some white birches and the yellow birches. Some poplar trees mixed in it. There's not a lot of undergrowth in the forest here now because of the age of it. It's choking out most of the young growth on the ground. So it's time to do a thinning harvest in here. Take some of the larger trees that were left during the last harvest and open the ground up so new trees can get started. But as you can see right now, it's almost like a park. Here's a little pocket of some softwood mixed in with our hardwood here. These are all, well, mostly hemlock. There's a few spruce kicking around in here, but most of these are hemlock. I love walking in the woods. I get to do this for a living, folks. We're over here and we've come across the northern boundary of the property, right where it should be based on our estimate from the survey that's on record. This line is all blazed red, which is kind of nice. Again, like I always say, I'm not a surveyor, but evidence found where it should be is always fairly comforting. We're gonna walk that line back out, see if we can find where it strikes the road. But so anyway, wanted you to see that. We're going to continue on this boundary line. While we're walking this northern boundary line back towards the road, you can kind of see the land has got a little bit of a roll to it here. We got elevations between 560 and 660 feet above sea level. It's a nice high ground. Most of this is hardwood ridge. I think we will find some other ground. And wow, what do we got here? We got a corner pin from a surveyor. And if you wonder what I'm doing, folks, I'm going to use my software on my phone and the GPS, and I'm going to place this on the map as close as the GPS can get it. Remember, if you're using these in the woods, folks, and you're new to this, these aren't perfect. They're off sometimes 30, 50 feet, sometimes more, sometimes less, depends. They kind of vary a lot, but you'll be able to see this if you're looking at this property. You're looking at our map online. The photographs are geo-referenced to the location that they were shot at, probably within 30 to 50 feet. We're going to continue on this line. Now, folks, we're heading southwest right now, coming off the property line. And we're going to head back towards the road because there's a little small wetland on the other side on the aerial photo. I'm going to try to get down and show you what that looks like. While we're walking, we're going to come up a pretty good hill right here. We got some nice hemlocks growing in. It's kind of really shady in here. Very nice. The soil on this property is a Canaan, kind of a very rocky Canaan soil. Canaan soils are great for growing trees, good for wildlife, not good farmland. So if you're thinking you're going to come in here and cut this forest down and till up this ground, good luck with that. I think you're going to want to look for a different property if you want to be a farmer. But if you're looking for a place to cut some firewood, be independent from the oil, you don't have to burn oil to heat your home, this would be a good lot for that. Well, while we continue our walk through the woods here, folks, let me tell you a little bit about the area. We're 12 miles from the Bottle Lake boat landing in the town of Lakeville. If you're not familiar with Lakeville, it's right on the Washington County line in Penobscot County. And they call it Lakeville because there's a lot of lakes in Lakeville. We've got Bottle Lake down there where the landing is. You can take a boat down Bottle Lake, down the stream of Bottle Stream, and end up in Junior Lake. You can go down through Junior Lake, through Junior Stream, come all the way down to West Grand Lake. There's several other boat landings in the town of Lakeville that'll get you on Duck Lake, Mill Privilege Lake, Sisla-Dobsis Lake, big lake. That's almost 10 miles long. Great fishing lake, good boating lake. Lots of conservation lands in this area. The Down East Lakes Land Conservation Area, tens of thousands of acres, forever protected. And here we are, back out on Treadwell Hill Rd. So let me take a quick compass bearing, folks, and see if I can locate this wetland for you. We'll be back to you shortly. All right, we're back in the woods, kind of heading almost due south to that wetland that I saw on the aerial photo that we're going to see if we can find it and see what that looks like. Just told you about the town of Lakeville. Let's talk about Grand Lake Stream, which is semi-connected to Lakeville by West Grand Lake. Grand Lake Stream is the outlet of West Grand Lake, and it's kind of part of the St. Croix River system. If you've ever heard of Grand Lake Stream, you're probably a fly fisherman, and you've heard about the high quality landlocked salmon fishery that's there. Very famous body of water in Maine. A lot of people fish it. It does empty into the St. Croix, and beautiful place. Grand Lake Stream Village is about a 40-mile ride from this location, so you can be down there in about an hour and check that out, do a little fishing, a little fly fishing on Grand Lake Stream. A little bit further ride, another half hour, a little less, you'll be in the city of Calais, Washington County, and the Atlantic Ocean right there. Passamaquoddy Bay, where the St. Croix River runs out into it, is right there. That's kind of a nice feature of the area. And from here, we're about a 30-minute ride over to East Grand Lake and Spednick Lake. Those are two of Maine's largest bodies of water. They are border lakes with Atlantic Canada, New Brunswick. Beautiful place to paddle, boat, fish. The fishing in those two lakes is, I fish them myself. I can tell you what, they're excellent. If you want to check that out, we actually shot a video there at Wheaton's Lodge a couple years ago. We'll put a link to it down there so you can see what that was like. Beautiful place. Well, we found this little wetland, and I just measured it on my map. It's just over half an acre that's visible on the map. It's a vernal pool, I would call it, or a forested wetland. No streams on this property that I'm aware of, so I'm guessing there's just a big bunch of springs laying in this area, creating this little wetland. But then you've got your hardwood forest surrounding the entire wetland. So it's like a little pocket here in the woods. What's this good for? Well, if you like bear hunting, moose hunting, deer hunting, bird watching, you just want to check out what's happening in the different habitats we've got. We've got dragonflies flying around right now, picking off the black flies, which we love dragonflies, by the way, because of that. Now this is a cool spot. Check it out on the map. You'll see it on the overlay that we've got here above. Well, we took that little detour off to that little wetland. And what else can I tell you about this area in Springfield? We do have some pretty incredible ATV and snowmobile trails that you can reach right from this property. The road themselves can be the trails. As a private landowner here, you have the right to use these roads, get in and out from the paved road. We're 3.5 miles off US Route 6. What I like about this location, for those that aren't afraid to be deep in the woods, is you don't hear any traffic, you don't hear any airplanes, we don't hear any people, just us out here in the woods today. The birds, crickets, the wind, and that's about it. So if you're really looking for a place to get away, but not so far out in the middle of the North Woods that you take 2 days to get here, this is a really good option, folks. And the price we're asking on this is very affordable. Nowadays, finding any land with trees still on it under $2,000 an acre is pretty much impossible. And we've got this piece here, priced well below that. So we're gonna walk back through the woods, get out to that other trail I was telling you about, show you that, and then we'll wrap this video up for you. Well, we're walking back out of from the wetland back towards the road, and we came across the source of the wetland, folks. There's a spring running through here, through the woods, and I'll show you where we're at. I don't know if you can see it on the map, but this is the boundary line over here, which is an old road going through the woods, and the blue dot is where we're standing, and there's the little wetland that we were just looking at. So this is a spring running through the woods. It's mostly dry, but I'm guessing from the looks of it that it's wet all the time. There's probably a spring underneath the ground running here. I can see some standing water in a few places. It's not a permanent stream, so you're not going to see it on any topo maps, but it is here in the woods. Check it out while you're here. Okay, we're over on the eastern side of the property, and I couldn't find it. I've been here, this is my second time this lot, and I could not find this boundary the other day because, well, when you start laying stuff out with survey overlays, if they're off a little bit, you can miss things by a lot. There's an old woods road on the next lot over, which I thought was this road, but it's not. I found this behind a brush pile. So this road is supposed to be the boundary according to that survey plan we were just talking about. I'll put that up on the screen for you to look at, and we certainly can send you a copy of it. If you give us a call, we'll email that to you. So we're gonna follow this trail back up. My pickup is parked at the top of it, so we kind of took a shortcut through the woods over to here. Let's go up, we'll finish up and tell you all about the price and taxes and everything else. Well, folks, thanks for taking the tour with us. A couple things before we finish up. Those of you who are probably wondering what UC Hunting Properties is, if you're looking at my t-shirt here, I'm a member of UC Hunting Properties. It's a national division of United Country Real Estate, and we have specialty marketing for properties that are hunting properties. We also can help landowners set up their properties for hunting if you're interested. So explains the shirt. Maybe buy a property from me, I'll get you one. The price on this property is $58,500. The taxes here are $160 a year. I know, pretty scary, huh? But it is in the tree growth tax program. Don't believe what you read online or anywhere else. If you got questions about what tree growth really is, give me a call. I know all about it. I own a lot of land that's in tree growth, and it's a big benefit if you want to own large tracts of land in the state of Maine. We got 2,000 feet of frontage here on Treadwell Hill Road. We've got nearby lakes. We've got ATV and snowmobile trails. Great area for hunting, getting away. Yet it's only a half hour to the nearest service town. So if you got any questions, give me a call, 800-286-6164. Ask for Phil. I'm looking forward to your call. Good afternoon, folks. Hi, Phil McPhail with the United Country Lifestyle Properties. You know what? Afternoon's not the best time of day for Phil. All right.